Back, guys. Welcome to Island Time Watch Review. I'm Chris, and I really wanted to do a video every week, but actually I was on vacation last week in Austin, Texas. It was awesome, and I actually brought the watch that we're going to talk about today, which is the Helson Shark Diver. This one's the brass version, and it's the 40 millimeter size. I loved it, man. I brought it with me, and I put it through its paces, and I want to go up and close and show you guys it, but I think one of the coolest parts about this watch is kind of digging into that debate if brass and bronze watches are a fad. And to me, I hope it's not, because I'm a big fan of brass and bronze divers and watches in general. But I think that it's one of the coolest parts about it is you get that patina. It's a watch that grows with you. And it visually grows with you, and you can kind of see that right away. I think a lot of times when you get steel or titanium can scratch up a little bit, but you get more steel watches and precious metals. Those kind of take a little longer to age and show you that. So I don't know. This is a watch that I think if you're really interested in trying out, brass and bronze watches, I think it's affordable. This watch in particular is actually $349. It's a great value option, and we'll go close and check out the different details on it. But I'm excited to show it to you guys. So let's go. Let's do it. All right, guys, here we are. Just wanted to start this off with a sweet Lego sword because it's awesome. I can't remember what Lego piece it's supposed to go with, but it looks cool. And if I was a shark diver, I would use a Lego sword to defend myself from the sharks. Okay, guys, here it is. The Helson Shark Diver. And it comes in this amazing, soft watch roll. I love it. It's really, really nice. Probably the nicest watch roll I actually have. But you open it up, and it's red inside. Blood red. So those sharks will get you. Can smell you from afar. So you get the little warranty card from Helson. It's a nice card, actually. It actually comes on these rubber straps right here, which are awesome. Unfortunately for me, rubber for me is a little bit. It's kind of a gamble because sometimes you can get that perfect fit, but other times you can't, and you don't get that stretch like you get on a leather strap. So I opted for, as you can see on here, on the actual watch here, I opted for an MN strap from Erica's Originals, and I love it. It's like the chestnut color. I think a dark brown looks really, really good on this watch. And then you get the screw, the hex screw, which is great. It's how you remove those lugs right here. So awesome packaging. I think it's awesome, and this watch roll is super high quality. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a really, really good, really, really good thing. All right, guys. So let me just remove all this stuff, and I got my little microfiber cloth to wipe this off again. I'm not one of those cool reviewers with cool gloves, but here we go. Now this is the brass version. Helson is awesome, and they offer you a lot of different options. This one is the 40 millimeter size. The height is just about 12 millimeters, which I think is awesome. The lug width is 20, so that's awesome. You can get a lot of great straps there. The lug to lug is actually 49.5 millimeters. So, for me personally, 50 is kind of my max, but I feel like this one wears a lot smaller and is a really, really comfortable shape. So I love it. Screw down crown. It has these big, chunky crown guards. I think that they're super, it just kind of goes along with the whole aesthetic of this watch, but it's just very rugged. Not like, the finish on it's a little sharp on the edges here, a little bit, but it just looks really good. And honestly, this crown is so easy to screw. The movement inside here is the 24 jewel NH35, so it's a really, cost effective and also just easily serviceable, and even to the point where it probably would even at some point in this watch's life, if I run it through the ground, I could just replace the thing. So I love it. This also has a titanium case back right there, so you don't get that greening on your skin. It's 500 meters water resistance. The flat sapphire here is actually 3 millimeters thick, and there's an AR coating on the inside. So, one of the things that Helson's really known for is their awesome lume. This is a Swiss Superluminova, so bright. I think it's so great. I actually don't have one of those lights to show you guys. Something I'll work on this channel, but really, really good. And Helson's known for that. A lot of people love their watches because the lume is so strong. So there's that. And I want to say too, these lugs, some people love the push pins and all that stuff. I actually really like this. It's a hex driver, really, really thick lugs. See? And really easy to remove. I don't know. I like it, and they're really secure too. So the hex driver really makes it a lot easier to take out, and really, really simple. So I love this watch. I think it's a really, really great size. And this right here is they have a lot of different dial colors. This is the Sunray Teal. So I'm not actually a blue dial kind of guy. This is such an interesting color, and I wish I could show you guys in the light. At night, whatever it is, it changes. So sometimes it's kind of greenish, sometimes it's kind of bluish. It's wonderful. I love it, and I think it's just really dynamic. One of the cool things about brass, too, if you guys can see here, it gives you that yellowish patina. So I wanted to do this review with the actual, patina going on. I've had this for about a couple months, and I just took this on a trip. Swam with it. It was in the sun in Austin. It was over 100 degrees, and this thing just handled it like a champ. No problems at all. I was in the pool pretty much all the day, swimming around. And if you notice too, so this MN strap is awesome. I love these straps. If you guys haven't had these parachute or elastic kind of straps, they're really great. If you notice the buckle on this is actually bronze, and this is actually brass. Now that kind of brings up a new point there. Brass is it's technically a little bit more malleable than bronze, but it has that awesome yellow color. And for me, I think what's really attractive about this watch is that you get kind of that, subtle kind of matte gold color that really works for me. I mean, in the summertime, I wear a lot of printed shirts and stuff like that, and it kind of gives it a lot more of a, less formal look. And, it's not as blingy and bright as, let's say, gold. Or, and I love that the polish, this isn't polished, the brushed finish on this. If you guys look closely, there's a vertical brushing there that's so pretty. I just love this brushed look. I think it just, sometimes that the light can catch on those, the high polish cases. And this is something that works in, for me, most of my life. I don't necessarily wear suits as much, or dress up as much, so this works for me in a lot of situations. That's why I think that this is such a great option, and I think a lot of people, if they're looking for that kind of diver that gives them a uniqueness and also grows with them, it really works. So let's go ahead and put this on the wrist. I'm going to show you guys the sizing on it. Again, my wrist is about 6 1/4 inches, so let's check it out. All right, so here it is. 6 1/4 inch wrist, and this is the lug to lug again is 49.5, so it's about 50, but it just fits me perfectly. And I got to be honest, guys. This can seem kind of chunky to some people, but to me, it's 12, millimeters thick, and so it doesn't wear that big. And because the lugs kind of curve over, oh man, it just sits so good. So I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little roll here too, so you can check it out. I love this thing, man. So comfortable, and I love that it ages with you. That's one of those things. I think that the cool thing about the Shark Divers in general is you can actually get this in a variety of different materials. You can get it in stainless, you can get it in titanium, you can get it in bronze or brass, and they come in different sizes, so it can work for whatever works for you, and different movements as well. I know that the 38, which is something I was eyeing, that can come with an ETA, I believe. And it's just, I love this watch so much. I love that this is going to age with me. That's the appeal, I think, for a lot of people who want to get into bronze or brass divers. This is something that's always going to age with me. And after having it for a couple months, the way it looks now, this thing is kind of like, molded to my skin, It's like I dove into the water and found a shark that's my best friend. You know what I mean? I love this thing. I mean, look at that. Look at that height right there. Great. It sits so well. Here, we can go ahead and listen to the bezel. Now, this is actually, you know, a lot of people really like the bezel on this watch. It's got a very loud click, but see, it kind of skips over. There's a 120 click bezel, but for me, because I've been swimming with it, I'm not sure if it's the, you know, see, it's kind of got a weird, I don't know, man. It's not the best bezel for me personally. I think that is a little bit of a drawback, but it is great. I mean, it still works. It's not, you know, there's no issue there, but I think that maybe because brass is a little bit malleable, it might have some issues there, but other than that, it's great, man. It looks great, and I love that you can get this watch with with a date complication as well if you want that, and a lot of different kind of finishes on the case too. So I think it's worth it. I think it's worth it to check out. This model in itself is $349. I think that's a steal, and look at that, man. I love it. Just a shark, just rah. All right, let's go ahead and bring it back up. So that's it, guys. I'm glad you guys checked out the watch with me. One of the coolest parts about Helson is that they offer a variety of different watches, but this model in particular, Shark Diver, comes in 38, 40, I think what else is it, 42 and 45 millimeter sizes. So it's a variety of different sizes for different wrists. Also, they give you different dial colors, different dial materials, as well as different movements, which is a really, really cool thing. I think that this model in particular is one of the best. If you're, this is my first brass watch ever, so it was kind of like taking a chance. But with the NH35, it's such a easily serviceable and reliable movement that as I get to age with this watch, if I want, I can get it serviced for pretty easy, low price, or even if I have to, I can get it replaced, and it won't hurt, it won't break the bank. You know what I mean? Also, just to let you guys know too, this comes in a lot of different materials. So brass, bronze, titanium, steel, a lot of different options for you guys. I mean, this is such a robust watch, and I love it so much, and I can't wait to bring it around with me and let it go on journeys with me. I don't know, man. I think this teal color is such a cool color too, because if you're like me and you love watches so much and you can't decide between blue and green, you just get teal and it's right in the middle. But I would be hard pressed to tell you guys. I mean, if you got this watch, I could definitely say you probably won't regret it. It's a really great value, and if you really, really like this watch like me, you might even consider getting a titanium version in the 38 size, and with an ETA, which is really, really cool. So props to you, Helson. Thanks for making a staple in the micro brand space, and giving us an option when you want to try a new case material. I love it, man. I dove right into it with you guys. I can't wait to dive into the next review. If you guys really enjoyed this video, please like the video, share it, and give me a subscribe, give me a follow. You know what I mean? Subscribe to this channel, and I want to keep making videos with you guys. So excited to keep doing that. So I'll catch you guys later. I'll catch you guys next time. Is that a good tagline? Maybe that's the one, guys. I'll catch you guys next time. Yeah, I did it.